Logan High School Sports is a presentation of KVNU 610 AM and 102.1 FM and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, Express Auto and Tire, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, Preston Watts Collision and Glass, Old Grist Mill, Les Olson Company, Cache Valley Auto Care, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, New Horizons Beauty College, DD Auto Salvage, and Cache Valley Daily. Now, it's time for the Logan Grizzlies on KVNU.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Grizzly Den, home of Logan High School basketball and our venue for tonight's matchup between the Logan Grizzlies and the Century Diamondbacks. Thank you for tuning in on CashValleyDaily.com. This is also being broadcast on KVNU 102 FM 610 AM. So thank you for joining us however it may be. Got an exciting one here tonight. As I said, Century coming into this matchup 2-3. They are on a 3-game losing streak. Logan coming into this, starting the season 4-1. Had a nice rebound matchup, a nice rebound game. Last time out against Maple Mountain. They've spent a lot of time on the road. This is actually only the second home game the Grizzlies have had this year. And last time they were here, they defeated Spanish Fork somewhat soundly, 72-63. And that was a couple games ago. Then they went to Woods Cross, and that was their first loss of the season. They lost 49-61 in that game. Probably one of their poorest offensive showings of the season. They started the season scoring 83 points against Granger. They scored 83 points against Tooele. And then they had the 72 against Spanish Fork, then the 49 against Woods Cross. And then, as I said, they bounced back against Maple Mountain. So they've won 4 out of 5 games, which makes the entire season. Century, they started 2-0. They defeated, they're out of Idaho, so not one of the Utah teams. They started the year 62-60 over Thunder Ridge, then a low-scoring 39-36 win over Timberline, and then 3-game losing streak, 44-50 to Middleton, 36-53 to Shelley, and then 46-54 at Burley. So some low scoring from Century. They've just dipped under the 500 mark for the season. We'll see how things go. Last time these two teams met was last year. They met just about a year ago. It was December 3rd, 2021. These two teams met at Century in Pocatello. And Logan came out of that one, very slight victory, 58-53 in overtime. Century overcame a 7-point halftime deficit to tie it at the end of regulation. And then Logan outscored Century 7-2 in the 4-minute overtime to seal that win. Will Jensen, who was a senior last year, so he's no longer with the Grizzlies, he led he led Logan with 18 points. Although a couple guys who have returned this year, Justin Anderson the leading scorer for the team this year. He had 12 points in that matchup last year. And then Jalen Argyle, who's again another starter for this team, he had 10 points in that matchup. One player who won't be returning for Century, they had, I believe it was Isaiah Harwell. He was a 5-star recruit, but he went on to go play for Wasatch Academy. So, unless I've mixed up the Centuries, there's not a whole lot of information I was able to gather on this Century team. Not much in the way of stats. I managed to get myself a roster, but don't have much in the way of stats, so I can't really give you a ton of information. All I have is some scores and what stories I managed to track down from last year. We're about 4 minutes away from tip-off, but first just want to tell you, as I said, we got video up. This is, I believe, the first time we've managed to get streaming up this year. We've had some struggles getting it going, but hopefully it's working now. But the video experience you have now is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Adams Wealth Advisors puts clients first under any circumstances, and you can visit adamswealthadvisors.com to learn more. We're going to take a quick break. We'll have some analysis, stats, starting lineups, and more after this on KVNU and CashValleyDaily.com.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning at 752-7272. Online at advancedheating-ac.com. York, install confidence.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Express Auto and Tire carries used vehicles for every budget and financing to help every credit situation. Express has thousands of used tires in every size for about $30 per tire. Express Auto, 3200 North Main, North Logan.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. Employees look great and clients will notice. Get your order in today for fall products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. Located at 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
A beautiful career in the beauty industry. New Horizons Beauty College is happy to be helping you take a step forward in a new career and your new look. New Horizons Beauty College, moving forward with beauty. Now accepting new clients. Call 435-753-9779.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom design t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning at 752-7272. Online at advancedheating-ac.com. York, install confidence.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Express Auto and Tire carries used vehicles for every budget and financing to help every credit situation. Express has thousands of used tires in every size for about $30 per tire. Express Auto, 3200 North Main, North Logan.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. Employees look great and clients will notice. Get your order in today for fall products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. Located at 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
And we're back at Logan High School. We're just waiting for the starting lineups here for the Logan Grizzlies and the Century Diamondbacks. So I have them here, and I'll go ahead and list them off. For Century, their starting lineups are the 6'2 senior Luke Pentaja. We'll see how well I pronounce that. Then number 2, the 5'9 junior Elias Blackhawk. Number 5, Samuel Billings, the 6'1 junior. Number 21, Kevin Adamson, the 6'4 junior. Number 24, Richie Bull, the 6'2 senior. And for the Logan Grizzlies, their starters are first the 6' senior guard Carson Tuft. He's averaging 5.6 points, about 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Number 2, the senior 5'10 guard Sidon Abai. He's averaging 4.2 points, just under a rebound, just under 3 assists per game. Then number 5, the senior 6' guard Justin Anderson. He's averaging 22.6 points per game this season, leads the Grizzlies. Also averaging about 5 rebounds, 3 assists per game. So far this season, he's shooting 55% from three-point land, 53% overall, and 82% from the line. You've also got the 6'5 junior forward, Jordan Child. He had 19 points in the last outing. He's averaging 14.8 points, nearly 15 points per game, averaging about 7 rebounds and 3 assists per game. And then you have the 6'5 junior, number 32, Jalen Argyle. He's averaging 10.2 points per game this season. So that's your starting 5. We're going to have tip-off in just a moment here. Just to give you some quick keys to the game for Logan. Number 1, you got to keep the turnovers down. Last 2 games, when they've been having turnovers, who would have thought, who would ever think that's possible? Their offense doesn't work very well when you turn the ball over. And that hurt them against Woods Cross, led to them only scoring 49 points. And then when they were struggling against Maple Mountain at times, go figure, there were a lot of turnovers. Then they stopped turning it over in the second half, and they did a lot better offensively in the second half. And then obviously, offensive spurts, getting a lot of offense. Century are averaging, they haven't scored 49 points since their season opener. Grizzlies haven't scored less than 49 this season. So those are your keys to the game. Now we've just had the tip-off, and the Grizzlies control the tip. So they're going right to left. Over here, they're swinging it up around the 3-point line. Carson Tuft with it, looking for a pass. Finds a buy on the left wing. He's going to take a three, and off the rim, no good. Rebound controlled by the Grizzlies. And they'll reset. Justin Anderson then going to take a three. His is no good. And Century with the rebound. So a couple of three-pointers on their first trip down the line. Doesn't work. 7:20 to go here in the first quarter. We've just begun. Score is 0-0. Century has the balls. They face off against the Logan Grizzlies. Century swinging it around the perimeter. They've got on the left wing. Look for the post, but then will reset out to the right wing. Feeding into the post for Luke Pintaja. He takes a jump left hook, and it goes in. Pintaja with the first bucket of the game. He puts Century up 2-0. Now Jalen Argyle toes up a three-pointer, and no good. Early in the shot clock, no good. Logan starting 0 for 3 from three-point range. Lights Blackhawk with a step-back mid-range jumper. And Century up 4-0 now early. Their first two possessions have resulted in points. Grizzlies have yet to score. Argyle with the ball. Dribble handoff to Anderson. Anderson looked to drive into the paint, then backs out, and they reset. A buy on the right wing now to Argyle. Argyle dribble handoff to Tuff, now trying to feed Argyle in the post, and it's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay Grizzly basketball. Some early offensive struggles, though not from turnovers. It's come from not quite being able to shoot the ball as well as they'd like. Argyle takes the inbound and gives to Anderson on the right wing. He gives to Tuft in the corner. Tuft looking for a pass, resets to Anderson up top. Anderson trying to cross over his man, now gives to Abai. Abai going to take a long three, no good. Rebound long, and Century controls it. Pintaja gives it up. Three-pointer by Richie Bull, and it's good. And Century is on fire right now. 3 for their first 3, and they lead 7-0 over the Grizzlies. Jordan Child with it. To Anderson, back to Child, trying to find a layup, put up and in. Jordan Child, his first bucket. He had 19 points in the last game. Big help against really the leading scorer in a lot of ways, leader on offense in the win over Maple Mountain. Century with it now. Pintaja on the left wing. Gives it into the post, pops it up, and no good. First miss, but then rebounded by Century, although then missed, or blocked, excuse me. Richie Bull got his own rebound. So Logan forces a couple of misses. And so they trail 7-2 here with 5:13 to go in the first quarter. Grizzlies trying to get some offense going. They scored on their last possession. Anderson puts up a three and good. Back-to-back possessions with points have certainly gotten the Grizzlies back in this game as they only trail 7-5 now. To be crossed under 5 to go here in the first. Century with it. Billings gives to Pintaja. They swing it around to Richie Bull. Bull swings around. They find Pintaja. He drives baseline. Trying to find room for a layup. Throws one up, and that went higher than the backboard and then dropped in. It's a good job by Pintaja. Now on the other end, Carson Tuff going to take a three-pointer. Rims out. And Century controls. They lead 9-5. Pintaja driving baseline, and he gets called for a travel. Probably could have got called for an offensive foul as well. He put his shoulder into Jordan Child, but he'll get called for something, and it's going to go the other way. Turnover for the Diamondbacks. So here we go, Logan Grizzlies with it. Anderson bringing the ball up, gives to Tuft on the right wing. Now to Child, swing it around to Abai on the left wing. They're trying to set up Child in the post, but they reset to Anderson up top. Anderson trying the pick and roll, but he turns it over. Then it's stolen by Child. Child trying to feed Argyle. Now Tuft gets it, and he misses a shot. That ball bounced around to a couple different players and tipped around from Argyle to Tuft. And then Tuft misses the shot, and it's Century basketball. Century on the right wing, now resetting to the top. Billings has it. Now gives it up to Blackhawk. He swings it all the way around to the right wing for Pintaja. He shoots a three, no good. Logan with the rebound, all the way down quick. quick transition bucket on the other end. Carson Tuft lays it in. So Logan back within 2, 9-7 with 3:25 to play here in the first quarter. Century biding their time. Certainly playing a slow brand of basketball. Pentaggi kicks out into the left corner. Blackhawk trying to work the baseline, loses the ball, it's tipped around, Century controls it. Now layup up and good. Blackhawk managed to find Blackhawk underneath the basket after that ball was tipped around and the Logan defense was broken down because they're chasing after the ball. Argyle in the post, gives to Child to the free throw line, takes a step inside the free throw line, puts up a shot and good. So Jordan Child with 2 baskets now, he's got 4 points. Logan trails 11-9. 2:40 to go here in the first quarter. Mid-range jumper up and good. Elias Blackhawk with 6 points. 3 shot attempts and 3 makes. As the Diamondbacks are having a hard time missing. Underneath the basket, Abayo's wide open and he misses the layup. Great feed from Argyle trying to find Abayo, but he's sometimes just too open underneath. Pentaggi with the ball on the right wing. And they reset the pass to Bull and swing it around to the left side for Billings. Billings to Blackhawk as they try and set up a play. He's almost on the halfway line. Now Pentaggi has it back to Blackhawk. Blackhawk driving baseline, floater up, and no good. That's the first time he's missed. And they're going to call a foul, and it's going to be on Century. Grizzlies controlled the rebound, and then they were fouled on it. Jordan Child's going to check out. Crew Kennington checks in. Kennington had 5 points in the last outing for the Grizzlies. Also checking in is Will Parkinson, who had 8 points. So Kennington with it now up top. Handoff to Anderson. Guarded closely. Anderson into the paint, puts up the floater of his own. He's fouled, and he got the bucket. Justin Anderson puts the Grizzlies within 2 again. Should say, there we go, 13-11. He has a chance to put it within 1. As I said, Anderson shooting 82% from the free throw line. Oh, there's something on the court. And it's missed. The referee went really quick to pick that up. Anderson missed the free throw. I thought they might stop the game. There was a little ball or something on the court. So Century with the ball, they lead 13-11 with $1:30 to go here in the first quarter. Century working the ball around the perimeter, back to the right wing. Pentaggi trying to find space, finally gives it up top. Now back to Pentaggi, takes a left-handed three-point shot, no good. Rebound to Parkinson, and he's fouled. Pentaggi's taken a couple of threes, and again, my apologies to Luke, and if anyone in his family is watching and I'm butchering his last name, I apologize. Might be Pentaggi. I'm going to say Pentaggi because that's the best I got. So Logan Grizzlies with the ball. They trail 13-11. Anderson with it in the pick and roll. Then feeds down to the corner. Three-pointer for Argyle. Goes long, and then Argyle fouls number 12, Gabriel Newton of Century, trying to chase his own rebound. Argyle having a rough outing. He's shooting 32% from 3. I believe he was 1 for 6, if memory serves, in the last game from 3. He's 0 for 3 today from distance. But the Grizzlies only trailed by 2 here as we cross under a minute to play. Century with the ball. Luke Pentaggi with it on the left side. Feeds it into the post. Now to the corner. Century going to reset to Pentaggi up top. He's going to drive into the paint, put up a floater. Long, no good. Century chases down the rebound. Now a three-point attempt from Blackhawk. He's going to miss everything. It's going to go out of bounds. So with 36 seconds to go in the first quarter, Grizzlies going to have a chance to tie, take the lead, or maybe come closer if they get a free throw trip to the free throw line. Argyle has it on the right wing. They swing it all the way around to Tuft on from the left wing to the right wing. And then Tuft's going to lob a pass. He was trying to find Parkinson on the far block. but he lobbed it to him as if he was 7'6". So it goes over his head. So now with 22 seconds to play, Century going to have the ball. They have a chance to extend their lead. Shot clock is off now, and so they can drain the rest of the time off this clock. That cop walked onto the floor. He was trying to grab something else off there. Now 3-point attempt from Century, no good. And rebound fought for. Kennington has it. Kennington feeding up to Carson Tuff. There's 2 seconds left now to Anderson. 3-pointer, no good. In and out from Justin Anderson. That could have given Logan the lead going into the second quarter. But as it stands, Century leads 13-11 after one. We'll have more Logan Grizzlies basketball in KVNU and CashValleyDaily.com after this.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
A beautiful career in the beauty industry. New Horizons Beauty College is happy to be helping you take a step forward in a new career and your new look. New Horizons Beauty College, moving forward with beauty. Now accepting new clients.
And we're back with more Logan Grizzlies basketball here on KVNU and CashValleyDaily.com. We're starting the second quarter here as Grizzlies trail the Century Diamondbacks 13-11. That first quarter, the Grizzlies shot 4 of 13 from the field. Century did slightly better, 6 of 14. Well, I believe they started either 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 from the field. And the Grizzlies got a little hot, but haven't quite managed to come back. Haven't really had that many turnovers. I think they've had 1 or 2, which has usually been the problem with their offense. They've not usually had a problem with shooting, but today they've struggled a little bit. So Century going to get the basketball to start this second quarter as the Grizzlies won the tip-off. Now Elias Blackhawk with the ball on the right wing. He resets to the top. Now back to the right corner. Luke Pintanja has it. He tries to feed a pass around the defense. And it's going to be a kicked ball. Didn't quite see the kick, but the referee's he has a closer view and perhaps a better view. He tried to wrap it around 2 or 3 guys. There's 2 or 3 chances that ball had to be kicked. So it's going to stay with Century, and off the inbound, Blackhawk takes a 3, misses it. Rebound controlled by Century. Now Pintanja with it, trying to work it inside. And he loses the ball. Grizzlies take hold of it. Anderson on the other end misses a layup, rebounded by the Grizzlies. Another layup up and no good. Jordan Child getting his own rebound, but then fouling. So missed opportunity there to tie the game. As Jordan Child, they missed 2 layup opportunities. Anderson and Child. So here we go, Century with the ball. Pintanja swings around to Sam Billings. Billings looking for a man. Finds Richie Bole swinging around to Pintanja on the right wing. Now swinging it around to Bull again on the left wing. Pintanja, and offensive foul, a bad screen. That set Pintanja free on the left block. He was driving to the basket. Good play to get him open, but can't foul on the screen. So the Grizzlies will take over. They trail 13-11. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Parkinson on the left wing, driving into the paint, loses the ball, taken by Century. Fast break, and pump fake on the layup, but then blocked by Anderson, Justin Anderson of all people. Pintanja, he pump faked. I believe it was Jordan Child he pump faked. And then he got blocked by Anderson after he thought he was free. But essentially we'll have the ball. Pintanja now in the left corner. Resets to Blackhawk up on the timeline. Bull with it. Gives to Billings. Billings nearly has the ball picked right out of his hands by Anderson, but he gets away and gives to Blackhawk, who's now resetting it to Patanja. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Second run, pick and roll, and then the ball is stolen. Well, it was in the process of being stolen, but then the referee just called an offensive foul for good measure. So a couple of offensive fouls for Century have kept them from scoring. The Grizzlies have just been missing their shots. So Anderson with it now, gives it to Tuft on the left wing, swings up top to Crew Kennington. Kennington dribble handoff to Anderson. Anderson swarmed, gives it to Child, and good. Child off the left block. He now has 6 points, and the game is tied at 13 with 6:12 to go here in the first quarter. Luke Pintage with the ball, gives into the post, pop up a floater, no good. Billings missing that one. Missed his first shot of the game. Grizzlies quickly on the other end. Tuft with it, gives to Child. Child to Crew Kennington, feeds into the corner for Tuft, thought about a three, drives baseline, reverse layup up and good. Good offense there for the Grizzlies, and Century has seen enough. They take a timeout as the Grizzlies take the lead 15-3. I believe this is going to be a full timeout, so we're going to go, well, no, it's a 30-second timeout, excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and keep it here. So the Grizzlies went into the quarter, down 13-11. They now lead 15-13. We've taken a couple of minutes off the score clock already. Not super great offense to start with, but the Grizzlies have done well enough. Jordan Child, just to update you, has 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting. Carson Tuft now has 4. He's made 2 of his 3 shots. Justin Anderson has 5 points. He's made 2 of his 5 shots, one of those being a 3. The only 3-pointer of the game for the Grizzlies. For Century, their leading scorer right now is Elias Blackhawk. He's made 3 of his 6 shots. He's attempted a couple threes, missed them both, but he has 3 inside the arc. And then Luke Pintaja has 2 field goals inside the arc, so he's got 4 points. And then Richie Bull has a 3-pointer for the Diamondbacks. All right, so we've restarted after the timeout. 5:40 to go here in the first half. Logan leads 15-13. Century with it now, a mid-range jumper, misses everything. That was Bull. Grizzlies with the rebound now quickly on the other end. Abai has on the free throw line, drives into the paint, layup up and good. It might be Sedona Abai. That's how the announcer is saying I've been cited. We'll go ahead and correct myself. Sedona Abai. My apologies to all the mispronounced names. Century on the other end nearly loses the ball. Then a frantic shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Century and then missed again. Pintaja and then another missed it. And then Jordan Child on the other end. Layup up and good. Grizzlies on a run. They lead 19-13 here in the second. Starting to get a hold of this game. And then Century, nearly a turnover, but a foul is called on Crew Kennington. So that's going to give Century the ball on the baseline. So 4:48 to go here in this second quarter. Logan now with the 6-point lead, and Jordan Child steals the inbound, and then he's fouled. I feel like that was either a late whistle or a touch foul, and the referee either had to call a foul or an out of bounds there as Child got pushed a little bit, trying to get around, and then the referee decided to call a whistle on it. So that's going to send Child to the free throw line, where he's struggled a bit this year. He's only shot 52% from the line. I want to say 11 of 21 is the official total. And that one just goes out. Argyle gets the rebound, though, and almost gets the layup. That hit about 16 different parts of the rim, and then just barely dropped out of the bucket. But now Jalen Argyle is going to go to the free throw line, and Child missed the front end of the 1-and-1 just now, but Argyle is going to get 2. Argyle makes the first free throw. He's now made 4 of 5 attempts from the free throw line this season. So hasn't had a ton to establish a percentage. Argyle's second free throw is up and good. So the Grizzlies now have a 20-13 lead. Good for a nice 10-0 run. Century with it. Logan trying to do a bit of a half-court trap. Now they're going to set into their defense as Luke Pentaggia drives in, picks up his dribble early, and has to reset out to the top. Elias Blackhawk had it, and then he gave it back to Pentaggia. Him and Blackhawk are playing a hot potato with the ball. Blackhawk has it, now swings all the way across court. Back to Pentaggia, they reset up top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Pentaggia with it, goes around the screen, and there's a foul called, and it's going to be on Sedona Bai. He went right through the screen of Charlie Horrocks. By right through, I do mean right through. So that's going to be a foul on the ground, I believe. Referees are having a conversation. And, yeah, so it's on Sedona Bai, and so they're going to give it sideline out of bounds to Century. Grizzlies leading 21-13 here with 4:10 to go in the second quarter. Century with the inbound. Luke Pentaggia has it. Swings it over to Elias Blackhawk on the left wing. Gives back to Pentaggia, a little closer to the three-point line on the left wing. Now to the baseline, back to Pentaggia. Drives in only a couple feet inside of the three-point line. Picks up his dribble. Now they reset. Back to Elias Blackhawk now on the right wing. Inside the three-point line, then out. Then a cross-court pass. And the ball is tipped by tipped by Parkinson, and then tipped off the hands of Luke Pentaggia off the cross-court pass, and it's going to be Grizzly basketball. So Sedona Bai going to bring the ball up the court. Justin Anderson checked out. He's sitting on the bench. Now Obai off of a dribble handoff, dribbles into the paint, kicks out to Parkinson. Parkinson out to Child. He's going to try and drive into the paint, but he's called for a travel. That looks like the right call there. He picked up his feet a little too quick there. Speaking of Anderson checking out, he's going to check right back in. Sedona Bai going to go out. Logan looked like going to go back to that half-court trap. As Century tries to get the ball across the court. Now they get it to Blackhawk. He swings around to Pentaggia on the left wing. Then Blackhawk relocates to the left wing, then resets, and then gets the ball right back. Now into the post. Grizzlies going with a 2-3 zone. Century trying to pass around it, not finding much room. They're just playing hot potato with the ball. Pentaggia has it up top. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Spencer Payne with it, tries to give to Pentaggia, nearly loses it. Back to Payne, he dives in to the paint and puts up a bit of a frantic layup, but Spencer Payne gets it to go. And that's the first basket for Century this quarter. Now on the other end, Jordan Child takes a corner three and answers right back. Jordan Child with his second three-pointer of the season. He was 1 for 3 before that. And Century, Justin Anderson kicks the ball as Logan tries to execute that half-court trap. It's the Grizzlies with a 24-15 lead. Century didn't score in the quarter until just a moment ago. And the Grizzlies answer with a three-pointer. Then stolen in the half-court by the Grizzlies. Now in transition, Carson Tuff nearly loses it. They're going to reset, give to Anderson. He drives into the paint, tries to put up a floater. He makes the shot and gets the foul. That'll be on number 21, Kevin Adamson, I believe. He made contact with Anderson, who makes the bucket. And he's going to get one free throw. They haven't put the 2 points on the board yet. It should be 26-15. There we go. And the free throw makes it 27-15. 2:22 to go here in the first half. And now a timeout really quick here. While the referee's just talking to the scorer's table, trying to figure something out. So we'll have a bit of a pause here. Grizzlies have outscored Century 16-2 here in this second quarter. Grizzlies trailed 13-11 going in. They now lead 27-15. Absolutely commanding lead so far. So Century inbound after that brief pause. Don't know if anything was changed. Century, good job against the half-court trap, but then the pass is tipped, and the Grizzlies do eventually steal it. They have it in the backcourt. Reed Olson's actually checked into the game. This is his first appearance in a handful of games. He's a tight end for the football team. Now Olson has it up top. Hand off to Anderson. Now up top to Child. Child spins into the paint, puts up a floater, no good, just missed it. Child having a good game but couldn't make that one. Now into the paint and a foul going to be called on Reed Olson. Blocking as he got a little too much in the way of Spencer Payne, who was trying to dive into the paint again. That's going to be on the ground. It's the 5th team foul. Grizzlies are in the bonus. They'll actually go to the double bonus with the next foul. Inbound pass is tipped. Grizzlies in transition. Nice pass by Tuft. Foul and a bucket. Jordan Child off the nifty pass from Carson Tuft. Bit of a no-look pass, and Child made the layup. He's going to get one free throw. Child now shooting a perfect 50%, 11 for 22 on the year, if memory serves. Child misses first free throw. First free throw of the game on the front end of a 1-and-1. He makes this one. So now it's 30-15. Grizzlies doubling up Century. Century trying to work against the tough and tight defense of the Grizzlies, as they're playing up close and personal on defense in the 2-3 zone. Century trying to swing the ball around, as they're playing hot potato, as you're wont to do against a 2-3 zone. Now a three-point attempt is good. Three-pointer from Spencer Payne. That gives Century a bit of a lifeline here. There's a minute 10 to go here in the second quarter, first half, as the Grizzlies lead 13-8 now. Jalen Argyle with it, cross-court pass. What was supposed to be a cross-court pass to Tuft goes about 6 feet over his head. So turnover for the Grizzlies. That's how you know it's not a perfect game. You may be winning by 12 in the first half, but there's still things to work on. 56 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Century with it, they get across half court, which has been a bit of a struggle for them at times, as the Grizzlies have put pressure on. They swing the ball into the paint, and that's a travel. He picked up his pivot foot. That was Charlie Horrocks. Pump faked his man, then turned around, picked up his pivot foot, took a really big step toward the rim, trying to make the layup. He made the layup, but he got called for the travel. I was almost wondering if the referees weren't going to call it, because they don't call that in the NBA. But the Grizzlies now with the ball, handoff to Anderson. Anderson gets two guys in the air, drives into the paint, dumps off to Child on the drive, and Child makes the layup. He is having a great first half here, as the Grizzlies are up 32-18 with 15 seconds to go. Century again having trouble getting it across half court. They finally do. There's 7 seconds to go. Floater up and good. No offensive foul. Reed Olson draws the charge. The floater was up and good by Spencer Payne, but he ran over Reed Olson to do it. So with 4.6 seconds to go, the Grizzlies have a chance to extend their 14-point lead. Inbound pass is long and picked off, and then the ball is going to bounce around, and nothing. Oh, they're going to call out of bounds. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. The inbound pass got tipped, but not, or kind of almost picked off, but not necessarily cleanly. Grizzlies is going to have 0.8 seconds to get off a shot, and it's baseline out of bounds. Anderson takes the inbound, and no good. He tried to put a bit of a desperate floater, so he misses. But the Grizzlies are going to go into the halftime locker room up 14 points, 32-18. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll have some halftime analysis, and that'll be next on KVNU and CashValleyDaily.com.
A beautiful career in the beauty industry. New Horizons Beauty College is happy to be helping you take a step forward in a new career and your new look. New Horizons Beauty College, moving forward with beauty. Now accepting new clients. Call 435-753-9779.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom design t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning at 752-7272. Online at advancedheating-ac.com. York, install confidence.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Express Auto and Tire carries used vehicles for every budget and financing to help every credit situation. Express has thousands of used tires in every size for about $30 per tire. Express Auto, 3200 North Main, North Logan.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. Employees look great and clients will notice. Get your order in today for fall products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. Located at 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Welcome to the halftime show. Logan Grizzlies against the Century Diamondbacks. Halftime show is sponsored by Planet Fitness. Don't follow extreme things. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. You can join now for $10 a month. Cancel anytime. So halftime here, the Grizzlies lead 32-18. Absolutely great first half from the Grizzlies. After the first quarter, they trailed 13-11. But again, at halftime, they got a 14-point lead, so absolutely great second quarter. 9 of 13 shooting in that second quarter. Talked about in the pregame how turnovers tended to be the Achilles heel in the last couple of games where they've struggled on offense. They lost to Woods Cross. They had a ton of turnovers. Justin Anderson, their leading scorer, had a bit of an off game, and he had 7 turnovers. Just one of those games where everyone's having turnovers and your lead scorer tends to just have the most of them. And that played a big part in the Grizzlies losing that one to a pretty good Woods Cross team. But they had a few turnovers early on to Maple Mountain, and they were trailing 32-29 at half in that game. And then they didn't have very many turnovers in the second and just absolutely went off in that second half and were able to win that game by 5 points after trailing by 3 at half. So the Grizzlies, they didn't really have many turnovers in this game, period. They've had some, but not, an inordinate amount. You're going to always have some turnovers, but they haven't had too many. And as such, They've scored 32 points in this first half. They scored 21 in that second quarter alone once they got a bit hot in terms of shooting. They started 4 of 13 from the field. They made 4 field goals out of 13 attempts in that first quarter. They made 9 out of 13 in that second. So a lot better shooting. And certainly a catalyst for the offense has been Jordan Child. You know, Justin Anderson, he was the leading scorer in those first 3 games. I think he was averaging like 25, 26 points in those first 3 games, maybe even close to 27. He scored like 29 in one game, 31 in another, 23 in another. So add those up, do the math, and that's how many he was averaging. And then against Woods Cross, Anderson wasn't as much of a scorer. Jordan Child ended up being the leading scorer for the Grizzlies in that game. He had 14. Child had 19 in the win by the Grizzlies on Wednesday against Maple Mountain. And in the first half of this game, Jordan Child has 16 points. And he's only missed 2 shots. He has missed a field goal. So I believe he's 6 of 8 from inside the 3, and he's, I think, 7 of 9 from the field. He's made 6 2-pointers, and he made a 3. He made his second 3-pointer of the year. He's not done a ton of shooting from 3 this year, but he took one from the corner about right in front of me here, and I'm not positioned exactly where the camera is. So those of you watching the camera may be confused when I say right in front of me in the corner. But he took that 3, made it, and so he's got 16 points in the first half alone. His season average per game is just under 50 in the game, so he's already exceeded his season average in this first half, and he's certainly been a catalyst. Justin Anderson, probably about as much as he's been on pace to do as much as he's been doing in these last couple of games. You know, he started off scoring 30, 29, and 20-plus points. The last 3 games, as I said, I think he had 14. I think he had 16 last time out. And then right now he's got 8 in the first half, so about on pace to do what he did last time out. Although the way things are going, Anderson and Child may take an early rest. Up 14 at half. If they build much more of a lead, it'll be easy going in that fourth quarter. But just to remind you, we'll have some superlatives that we hand out, or some awards that we hand out at the end of the game. We've got the Old Grist Mill Bread and Butter Play of the Game. You can listen for Al Lewis's show. We've struggled to always get him the information for the Old Grist Mill Bread and Butter Play of the Game, but I'll be sending it to him tonight after I announce the Old Grist Mill Bread and Butter Play of the Game. And he'll have that on tomorrow's show, assuming I get it to him. And you'll be able to call in for a chance to win some free bread. We'll also have the McDonald's Player of the Game. Just a reminder, you can work for McDonald's and let McDonald's work for you. They got flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, meals, and other perks. And so we'll announce who the player of the game is, and I'll tell you what, Jordan Child is already working his way toward being the player of the game. We'll also have the Napa Auto Parts Best Part of the Game. You can count on Napa Auto Parts for the parts you need and the parts you use every day. And we'll talk about the best part of today's game, be it, shooting, defense, and I'll tell you what, defense may be an early talk, because obviously the offense has done pretty well, but this defense, especially in that second quarter, holding Century to 5 points. And unless Century comes out with a really good adjustment, they're going to have a hard time facing it. They're going to have to shoot their way out of it. So we'll see if that 2-3 zone, a bit of a half-court trap, and aggressive defense the Grizzlies were playing will help them out there. And then we've also got the Made You Look play of the game. And I'll tell you what, we have an early contender for that one. Carson Tuft, his no-look pass to Jordan Child, who then finished with a layup, is certainly a contender for that. We're going to take a break. We got about 90 seconds till the start of the second half. So we'll have a break. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half here on KVNU and CashValleyDaily.com.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
A beautiful career in the beauty industry. New Horizons Beauty College is happy to be helping you take a step forward in a new career and your new look. New Horizons Beauty College, moving forward with beauty. Now accepting new clients. Call 435-753-9779.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom design t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo stuff, the Logo Shop.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill.
And we're back as we're ready to start the second half. Logan Grizzlies and the Century Diamondbacks here on KVNU 102 FM, 610 AM. And also streaming video live on CacheValleyDaily.com. Logan will start the second half with the ball as they lead 32-18 over Century. So Carson Tuft with it on the right wing. Swings up top to Child. Child pass to Justin Anderson, and he finishes. Nifty little pass there as Anderson faked to go out to the three-point line, dove inside, and Child with a good pass there. So 2 quick points for the Grizzlies to go up 34-18. And we're going to have a foul, not the one I was thinking. Jalen Argyle poking the ball away from Kevin Adamson. Or maybe it is against Argyle. That's who's up on the board. I thought he was pointing down to I think it is on Argyle. Inbound pass given to Blackhawk, then he swings around to Luke Batanja. Batanja has the ball poked away by Tuft. It'll go out of bounds and stay Blackhawk ball. Active hands by the Grizzlies as they've played pretty good defense so far in this game. They've gotten quite a few steals, quite a few deflections. Elias Blackhawk with the ball. Passes right to Anderson. Miscommunication there. Anderson, Euro step, layup up and good. Great job by Justin Anderson on the steal. He jumped to pass to end up being right to him because the offensive player wasn't ready for it and miscommunication. Anderson hits the layup on the other end. Blackhawk on the other end in the post. Kicks out to the corner, three-pointer up and no good. Rims around and out. Samuel Billings trying the three. Grizzlies with the rebound. Outlet pass up to Child. He kicks it back to Anderson for a transition three. No good. Sedona Abai trying to chase down the rebound. And they're going to say Grizzly ball. Good job by Abai to chase that one down. I think he ended up tipping it off one of the Century players. Inbound pass to Argyle. He's going to take a three. No good. Argyle's struggling. He's 0 for 4. Century gets the rebound. Driving into the paint is Pantagi. Stops, picks up his dribble, gives to Blackhawk, who drives baseline, then gets a wide open floater. Bit of a breakdown on defense as Blackhawk scores his first points in the second half. Make it 36-20. Grizzlies up by 16 here with 6:20 to go in the third quarter. Argyle being hounded on the right wing, finally gives it up to Child, who gives it to Tuft. Tuft thought about a three, gives to Argyle now up top. Now Sedona Abai feeds back to Argyle in the post. Argyle kicks it out to Tuft. Tuft layup up and good. Carson Tuft with the layup to put the Grizzlies back up 18 as we cross under 6 to play in the third. Ball on the right wing for Richie Bull. Bull keeping it, driving into the paint, puts one up and is fouled by Argyle. That's Argyle's third. Bull is going to shoot 2 free throws. Doesn't look like they're going to sub him out. Maybe he's going back to have a talk with head coach Mitch Argyle. Might talk a bit about technique and going up straight. First free throw for Bull, off the front rim and no good. Preserves the 18-point lead for now. Bull's second free throw, 3 dribbles and good. So 17-point lead for the Grizzlies. Now Anderson taking it up quick. Nearly beat the defense down there. Argyle now takes a 3, misses it long. Argyle 0 for 5 from 3. Doesn't lack the confidence to keep shooting. We've seen him make it. And pass stolen, tipped into the backcourt by Tuft. Century recovers it. Now Pataja driving into the paint. Really great job to get the layup off, but misses the fantastical attempt. And now in transition on the other end, foul on the ground, they're going to say. Carson, oh no, not a foul, a travel. Well, they're going to call a foul, but Carson Tuft in transition missed the layup. And now Jalen Argyle is going to head to the bench now. Crew Kennington going to sub in. Kennington hit a 3 the other night, his first 3 of the season, his first attempt. So he's shooting 100% from 3. Century has the ball though now. Richie Bull with it. Resets to Billings up top, guarded by Justin Anderson. Now they give it to Pataja, and then underneath, wide open layup. Great job. Defense falling asleep as Richie Bull was wide open underneath the basket. So the Grizzlies are going to hang on to it, try and build on their 15-point lead. Sedona by, inbounds it to Kennington on the left block. Child on the elbow, spins, floater up and good. He is really good at getting that spin. He gets to the elbow around the free throw line, spins off his defender, then just uses his lanky frame to get all the way to the rim and lay it up and in. He's done that tonight. He did it on Wednesday. He's got 18 points tonight. Now Richie Bull on the block going up against Child, puts up a layup of his own and misses it. Anderson controls the rebound, now going quickly the other way. Child layup up, misses it short, trying to grab his own rebound. He's going to get called for over the back. Bit of a cynical over the back there. He just went straight up, was just taller than his man. But the referee's going to say he maybe pushed him a little bit, not so much over the back, maybe pushed him with his body a little bit. Sane minds will disagree on foul calls sometimes. So Century with the ball. They've got it on the right wing. Now they give it to Gabriel Newton. Newton then gives it to Blackhawk. Guarded closely by Sedona Bai. Trying to get to the baseline. Puts up a mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound controlled by Tuft, but he loses it. Now on the other end, a foul, and it's going to be on the ground. So the shot was missed by Elias Blackhawk. Rebounded by Carson Tuft. He was falling out of bounds, tried to throw it away. Ball was tipped, and then Charlie Horrocks was fouled as he went to the hoop. Elias Blackhawk with it, feeding it inside to Horrocks, trying to put up a layup, and he swatted away. Rebounded by Century. Offensive rebound up and no good, and then the other attempt is up and good. Gabe Newton, Charlie Horrocks both missed it, and then Newton managed to make the shot. Now on the other end, Jordan Child again getting to his spot and putting up a layup. It's up and good. He hits 20 points on the day. 16 of those were in the first half. Century with it. Spencer Payne with the ball, looking for somebody to pass to. Finally gives it up to Newton. Newton on the left wing. Gives it up to Luke Pentaja. Then back to Payne. Payne initially looked to the post, then resets, now swings to the right wing. Now driving from the right wing, floater up, no good, and rebounded by Child. Newton tried to put that in, now in transition. Justin Anderson going to get called for a travel. Took just too big of a step and a jump there, trying to dive into the paint. So 42-25, haven't updated the score in a hot minute. 2:37 to go here in the third. Grizzlies leading by 17 if I'm doing math in my head correctly. So Century with the ball. Horrocks up top, looking for a man to pass to. Finally gives it up to Bentley Gunter. Now Luke Pentaja with it. Tried to drive, was cut off, and he resets. And they give it to Gunter. Almost in the half-court line. Gives it to Pentaja. He's looking for a high pick and roll. Denies the screen. Long floater. Up and controlled by the Grizzlies. And then foul is Justin Anderson. He just got grabbed as he tried to get out and transition really quickly. So that'll give the Grizzlies the ball sideline out of bounds. That's the first team foul of the second half for Century. They've actually done a pretty good job at not fouling. Though they've not done a great job at stopping the Grizzlies from scoring. They just haven't fouled at any point. So Jalen Argyle with the ball for the Grizzlies. Give to Parkinson up top. Feeds to Tuft in the post. Tuft, fade away, short. Rebounded by Century. That's Tuft's first miss in a few attempts. And a three-pointer on the other end for Century. Missed, and then nearly a foul. Quick in transition, Anderson has it. Goes for a layup, and he gets it. Layup for Justin Anderson, and timeout called. I believe the Grizzlies called that. Yeah, so it's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we're going to keep it here. Scores 44-25. Grizzlies with a commanding lead of 19 points. Remind you about Preston Watts Collision and Glass. They're in Smithfield. Preston Watts Collision and Glass, they've seen it all. And they know how to work with every insurance. We've also got Express Auto and Tire. They've got used vehicles for every budget, financing for any credit situation. Express Auto makes it simple. So here we go, 1:29 to go here in the third quarter. Grizzlies lead 44-25, looking for their fifth win on the season. This would also be their first win over a team that has a win. Logan's 4 wins. They're against Granger, Tooele, Spanish Fork, and Maple Mountain. And as of today, or at least earlier when I checked, those opponents are a combined 0 for 17. Century is 2-3. Now Century in the half court manages to get a foul. Spencer Payne got underneath the basket, and he's fouled by Parkinson, I believe. And that's what they call a foul on it. So Spencer Payne going to go to the free throw line for the first time today. First free throw is no good. That was only the third free throw attempt by Century. This game, all their free throws have come in the second half. Second free throw up and no good. Long controlled by Court Larson, who's just checked in. He's seeing his first action of the day. First action in a few games, actually. Jalen Argyle has the ball stolen away, and then Justin Anderson quickly forces a held ball. It's going to stay with Century, but the Grizzlies will at least get the ball to start the... and then the inbound pass is sent right to Court Larson, who just takes in for a layup. That pass was sent to Court almost as if it was meant for him. That was almost amazing. And then Pentaglia gets triple teamed right on the sideline. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout as they try to hold it. I'm amazed. We're going to watch that. See if we got replay going here. We're going to watch that replay. We got it going kind of slow motion here. Trying to fix it, but you can see there they do the inbound pass, and Court Larson up on the top of the three-point line, just sitting there. The inbound pass, they try to give it to Luke Pentaglia. That pass is so slow and lazy. Court Larson just grabs it. Good little jump step there and gets the open layup, and it's good. Just, I was amazed to see that Court Larson was able to just so easily pick that off. He might have been surprised too. The Grizzlies doing a good job here in this third quarter, keeping their commanding lead. They led by 14 at halftime. They now lead by 21. They've only increased their lead. We've got 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And then Spencer Payne jumps inside, then kicks out of the three-point line. Now mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It's going to be off the Grizzlies. Gabriel Newton trying to hit the mid-range jumper. Couldn't quite get it to go. Baseline out of bounds for Century. Now off the inbound, Pentaglia goes into the paint, puts one up, no good, and the rebound again tipped out of bounds by the Grizzlies. This one just straight up a mistake. They had 3 Grizzlies there. and it just bounced off one of their hands, knees, or something. Pantanja with it now. He gets it off the inbound. Southpaw three-point attempt is good. That's his first three-point make of the game. He was 0 for 2 before then. Grizzlies with it now. Shot clock is off. Anderson going to take a shot. Good. He took it before the game clock went down. There was 20 seconds when he shot it. 8 points in the quarter for Anderson. As Century has the ball. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Trying to find something. Spencer Payne with it now. Trying to drive into the paint. He's fouled on his way to the hoop. And they're going to give him 2 free throws as he was pretty much in the act of shooting. So with 2.9 seconds to go, Payne is going to get a chance to cut this lead below 20 as the Grizzlies lead 48-28. Payne's first free throw up, no good. Century now 1 for 5 on free throws so far today. Payne's second free throw up and also no good. Misses it long, rebound fought for, and the clock's going to, oh, there's going to be a foul. I thought the clock was going to drain out. But there's going to be a foul called, and there's going to be a little under a second to go here. Nope, they're just going to say it's the end of the quarter. There's no 1-and-1, there's no nothing. I think the referees just said, we don't want to do this. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, and we'll have the start of the fourth quarter of this game. Grizzlies lead 48-28 over the Century Diamondbacks. We'll be back on KVNU and CashValleyDaily.com after this.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning at 752-7272. Online at advancedheating-ac.com. York, install confidence.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Express Auto and Tire carries used vehicles.
And we're here for the start of the fourth quarter. Grizzlies lead Century 42-28. The Grizzlies with the ball. Carson Tuft has it on the left wing. Now newly subbed in for the Grizzlies, Nathan DeMorgan. He saw an appearance last against Woods Cross. Had a solid 5 or 6 points in that game. Made a couple of three-pointers, so I think it was 6 points. Carson Tuft, he's going to take a three-pointer, and he's going to make it. 51-28 now for the Grizzlies. Leading by 23, if I can do quick math in my head. So Century with it now. Luke Pantanja with it. Trying to find somebody to pass to. Elias Blackhawk now. He resets up top, then gives back to Pantanja. Three-pointer from the right wing, no good. Rebound fought for, jump ball. And it's going to be Century basketball, as I believe the Grizzlies just got it. I thought the Grizzlies started the ball with the ball in this fourth quarter, unless I'm severely confused here. Might have to check the replay. Grizzlies with the ball though. Crew Kennington swings around to Jalen Argyle. Looked for Kennington on the cut, but he wasn't open. Tuft now with it, trying to drive into the paint. He's fouled on the ground. Carson Tuft with 8 points in this game. He's had a good last couple of games. hit a couple of big shots. He struggled a little bit inside the arc in the last game. I want to say he was 0 for 5, but he had a big impact on the game last time out. Jalen Argyle diving in, and he gets the layup just to go. It barely hangs on. That's a bit of karma from the there was a layup he was fouled on, and it barely rimmed out. That one he got a bit of an early Christmas gift for that one falling in. The other end, a wild post shot up and missed, and I thought that was off the Century, but the Grizzlies aren't complaining, so they must have seen something I didn't. But that was an absolutely wild post-up attempt from Kevin Adamson. Now a three-pointer off the inbound pass is made. Bentanja with it. Now Argyle going to try and answer with his own three, and he misses it short off the rim. Crew Kennington gets the rebound, but then his pass is stolen. Long outlet pass, layup up and good. Samuel Billings with it. So now it's back to a 20-point lead for the Grizzlies with just under 6 minutes to play here in this game. Argyle gives to Parkinson up top. Parkinson gives a dribble handoff to Tuft. Tuft thought about a three a couple of times, then resets to Kennington up top. Kennington handoff to DeMorgan, to Parkinson. They keep doing dribble handoffs as they swing it around. Just the same action over and over. Tuft now going to shoot a three and misses it. Rebound to Century. Now three-pointer in the corner, Elias Blackhawk, and he gets it to go. They've certainly not given up here. They cut the lead to 17 now. Grizzlies still with a comfortable lead. And some of the Logan starters going to check back in. The backups maybe not quite ready to hold on to this lead. Nathan DeMorgan dives into the paint, and he gets, offensive foul. I thought they were going to call him, he fell over, but he's going to get called for the foul, and so Sedona Bai, Justin Anderson, Jordan Child going to check back in. Parkinson, DeMorgan, and Crew Kennington going to take a seat on the bench as some of these starters are going to try and get a little bit closer to assuring this victory. So the Grizzlies going to take over on offense here. Anderson going to bring it up the court. 4:45 to go here in this game. Grizzlies with a commanding 17-0 lead. Or 17-point lead. It's 53-36. Jalen Argyle in the post, spins over his left shoulder, gives to Child. Child dives to the rim, gets the basket and the foul. Jordan Child now with 22 points, if I remember correctly. I believe 22 points. Trying to do my quick math off my score sheet here. Yeah, 22 points. He's only missed 2 shots all day. 3 shots if you include his first free throw attempt of the day. This free throw is up and good, so now he's got 23. His season high, I believe, and I believe his first over 20 points. Century almost loses it out of bounds. And they try and dive into the paint, and they lose it. Jordan Child on the fast break. Gives to Tuft. Tuft goes up, he's fouled, and he gets the layup. And he's going to have a chance to earn 3 the old-fashioned way off the assist from Child. So the Grizzlies back up by 22 now with a chance to make it 23 with 4:19 to go here in the game. Tuft has 10 points. Make that 11 with a free throw, which I think might be a season high for him. I'll have to double check after the game. And Century manages to find an open shot inside. Grizzlies playing tough defense on the perimeter, left Gabriel Newton open in the paint, and he makes the layup to make it 59-38 as we cross under 4 minutes to play in the game. Child, nifty pass to Anderson. He loses the ball, bit of contact, not enough for a foul though. Couldn't quite make it through. Jordan Child misses on a steal attempt of his own. Grizzlies going after steals and ends up costing them a layup as they just get unlucky in a couple places. Richie Bull makes the layup, cuts this lead down to 19. Sedona Bai, long pass to the left wing for Tuft. And tough resets to Argyle. He's going to give to Anderson, who takes a three, and it's good. Justin Anderson with his second three-pointer of the game. And he's got 11 points in the second half, and he's going to make it 13. He steals the pass while I was looking at my score sheet, and he goes and lays it up and in. 64-40 for the Grizzlies, dominating this game. Pump fake and then pass inside for Century, as they're getting some offense to go here. Gabe Newton with another layup there. So Logan is running away on offense, although Century is getting some offense going. Too little too late, though. Argyle with the reverse layup, no good. Anderson tries to climb the ladder for the rebound. Doesn't quite get it. And he ends up tipping it out of bounds. And so now we're going to have a squad change. All the starters go out. And so we're going to have a bench unit. Court Larson, Nathan DeMorgan, Reed Olson, Will Parkinson, and Keaton Pond. Keaton Pond making his first appearance since I believe, Tooele. Grizzlies now with all their backups in. Century still has most of their starters, some of their starters in. Three-point attempt is good. Spencer Payne, not a starter, but certainly making an impact there. Cuts the lead down to 19 as the Grizzlies going to ride this one out with their bench brigade. Running those actions, dribble handoffs, and cuts up on top of the three-pointer. Nathan DeMorgan going to take a three, misses, but rebounded by Pond. Then Parkinson takes it to the hoop, and he's going to get called for an offensive foul, which is just what it was. He went right through his defender who'd set up to take a charge. So Century going to take over. 2:12 to go here. And Will Parkinson going to check out. They're going to send in another guy who's not had a lot of appearances. Cooper Cox is making his first appearance since Tooele. So the Grizzlies emptying their bench here. Century, most of their starters have gone out. Luke Batangia is, I believe, the only starter I can remember still in the game. Now a foul, Elias Blackhawk is still out there. And he is fouled as he goes up for a shot. I believe it's going to be 1-and-1. They called him just before the shot. And so he's going to get 1-and-1 here. Get a chance to cut this to a 17-point lead if he makes both of them. Blackhawks' first free throw is up and good. So 1:56 to go here in the game. Grizzlies now up 18, pending a free throw from Blackhawk. Free throws up and good. So now 17-point lead for the Grizzlies is Court Larson going to take it up the court. His first appearance in a couple of games. Now Keaton Pond with it, played quarterback for the football team. One of the leading passers in 4A. Now dribble handoff to DeMorgan. Pond with it now. Pond dribble handoff. Now back up to Reed Olson. That was Keaton Pond's tight end. And Reed Olson takes it all the way to the basket, and he makes it. First points in a while. Reed Olson gets a layup. Now Elias Blackhawk dances into the paint, takes a mid-range jumper, and misses everything. Rebounded by the Grizzlies. Larson with it now, driving into the paint, dumps it off. Olson, left-handed layup is good. An easy one there, as Olson now has 4 points. In his 2 appearances, Olson has 11 points. Now in 3 appearances, he has 15. Averaging 5 points in 3 appearances so far. He's only a sophomore. He'll get a little more time later on. 6'6" tight end and hybrid football basketball player. Blackhawk going into the paint, misses it short. Tries to tip his own rebound out, and the ball just falls right into the hands of Reed Olson. And 36 seconds on the clock. A little less on the shot clock, so the Grizzlies are going to have to put up a shot or just concede a turnover. They'll probably put up a shot. And timeout. Or something? I think Logan called a timeout. They're not going to spend much time. few more people sub in. Spencer McIntyre checked in, and Caleb Argyle also checks in. The students were chanting, "We want Caleb," and they get it. Keaton Pond's pass is tipped out of bounds. Spencer Payne getting his hand on it. So Logan with it. Keaton Pond has it now. The shot clock is off now. I don't know what happened to make him reset the shot clock, but the Grizzlies look like they're going to let the clock wind down as they just keep doing dribble handoffs over and over. And now they're going to let the clock drain all the way down, and that is it. After full time, the Logan Grizzlies win by a score of 68-47. They get their 5th win of the year. So a great job by the Grizzlies here. A bit of an offensive showcase, not an offensive, super performance the way they had in some of those early games where they scored 83 in their first 2. But solid offensive performances, especially in the second and third quarter. They kind of let off the gas here in the fourth a little bit. Granted, they still scored 20 points. They just let off the gas by the end. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have some post-game. We'll have some final stats I'll give to you, some final leading scores. We'll also award the Old Grist Mill Bread and Butter Play of the Game, the overall player of the game, the Made You Look Play of the Game, and the best part of the game. So we'll have that up next on KVNU and CashValleyDaily.com. Don't go away.
Express Auto and Tire carries used vehicles for every budget and financing to help every credit situation. Express has thousands of used tires in every size for about $30 per tire. Express Auto, 3200 North Main, North Logan.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. Employees look great and clients will notice. Get your order in today for fall products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. Located at 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
A beautiful career in the beauty industry. New Horizons Beauty College is happy to be helping you take a step forward in a new career and your new look. New Horizons Beauty College, moving forward with beauty. Now accepting new clients. Call 435-753-9779.
And we're back for the post game here at the Grizzly Den. Logan Grizzlies win this one 68-47. Those of you watching on stream can finally get a look at me, Jason Walker here, with your postgame on KVNU and CashValleyDaily.com. And we've got some analysis and awards to hand out here. The Grizzlies obviously with a big win here. You know, they lost that game to Woods Cross, and a bit maybe demoralizing where your first 3 games were against some teams that hadn't won. You look at their first 3 games. Granger, Twilla, and Spanish Fork, all those teams, I think those 3 teams combined coming into today were, I think, 0-14 overall. And then they win against Maple Mountain. They bounce back from a loss to Woods Cross. They lose to Woods Cross 49-61. That team's 4-1 now, I believe. Then Maple Mountain, they're 0-5, 0-4, 0-5 by the end of that game when the Grizzlies won. So your 4 wins had come against teams that combined still don't have a win unless some of them won today, and I haven't quite found out about it yet. But Century comes in 2-3, decent team, and Grizzlies managed to get, or not managed to get a win, they definitely got a win here, winning by a score of 68-47. So just over 20 points, 21 points is the victory here, which isn't their largest margin of victory. Their largest margin of victory was 43 points against Tooele. They have a good offensive showing here. It's not the 80 points, but you're not going to score 80 points. So you need to be able to have good offense, and just as importantly, they played good defense. You know, they allowed 63, 61, and 57 in their last few games. They only allow 47 here today, which is more reminiscent of their games against Granger and Tooele. So good job by them on defense. Leading scorers for the game. For Century, they had a couple players in double figures. They had Elias Blackhawk. He had 13 points leading the way for the Diamondbacks. And then Luke Pintanja, who I apologize if I've been saying his name wrong the entire game. He had 12 points. Granted, both those players struggled a little bit. I mean, Pintanja, he missed a lot of shots. I think he missed 9 shots. So he missed 9, made 5. So, 5 of 14. Blackhawk did a little better where he made 5 field goals, missed 5, so 5 of 10. Did make a couple of free throws. On the other end, the Grizzlies did a lot better. They had 2 players get 20-plus points, and they had a third get 10 points, or technically 11 points in this case. Jordan Child leading all scorers for his second game in a row. He had 19 in the game against Maple Mountain, one-ups himself with 23 tonight. He had 16 of those in the first half. Took his foot off the gas a little bit in the second half. Certainly sat a little bit in the second half since his services weren't needed for a while. Although in the second half, it was largely the Justin Anderson show, as he had most of his points in the second half. He had 8 in the third quarter, finishes the game with 21. So 2 players for the Grizzlies with 20-plus points, and I believe Jordan Child had his season high tonight. Justin Anderson's season high is 31, so he actually didn't even make the top 3 in his scoring. He's had 31, 29, and 23 this season. This is his 4th game above 20 points, so he's doing all right so far. Carson Tuft with what I think is a season high. I haven't double-checked it. I didn't write it down on my notes. He ends the game with 11 points. Good steadying presence there for him, active in both the first half and second half. He had 4 points in the first half, and then he finished with, I think, 7 in the second half. So good game overall, and it really showed after the first quarter. The Grizzlies, they were down 13-11. So in a game that they won by 21 points, they were down after 8 minutes. And then in the second quarter, they exploded. They outscored Century 21-5. Then in the third quarter, they outscored them 16-10. And then in the fourth quarter, where Century got a little bit of offense going, the Grizzlies only outscored them by 1, 20-19. So great game overall by the Grizzlies. Now we're going to take another quick break here. When we come back, I'll finally give out those awards. The Old Grist Mill Bread and Butter Play of the Game, the McDonald's Play of the Game, the Made You Look Play of the Game, and then the Best Part of the Game. We'll have those when we come back on KVNU and CashValleyDaily.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom design t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning at 752-7272. Online at advancedheating-ac.com. York, install confidence.
RPMs raise your BPMs. Then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Express Auto and Tire carries used vehicles for every budget and financing to help every credit situation. Express has thousands of used tires in every size for about $30 per tire. Express Auto, 3200 North Main, North Logan.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. Employees look great and clients will notice. Get your order in today for fall products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. Located at 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
All right, and we're back with our post game here on KVNU and CashValleyDaily.com. I've got head coach Mitchell Argyle with me here after their 68-47 win over Century. I guess just first thoughts on the victory for today?
Just love this little group of guys. Century came out and was very physical with us to start off with. Took us a minute to decide if we wanted to engage with all of that, it felt like. But once they did, I think they shared the ball well with each other. I thought Century was taking a few things away from us, which helped Jordan get to the rim a little bit. Justin did what Justin's capable of doing, and it was just fun to watch him play.
Yeah, so it seemed like you really turned on defense in that second quarter, holding to 5 points. Just seemed like a defensive showcase. Obviously, he scored 21 points, so did well on offense. But it's like, what was the adjustment you made there? It seemed like you went to a 2-3 zone there, and a bit of a half-court trap a bit. Like, was that an adjustment you made to try and shut them down there?
Yeah, as we went back out with a little different crew to start the second quarter, Sedone just asked if we could go into our half-court press, and he brought a ton of energy. He picked kids up full court and put some pressure on that, and they seemed to struggle with our 2-3 zone on the backside of it, which obviously helps out, and that gives us an opportunity to get out and push the ball a little bit, which plays to our strength.
Okay. So Justin Anderson, obviously he started out the season hot, 20 points in 3 straight games, but Jordan Child seems to be coming on. I mean, not like he played bad in those first 3 games, but 19 points last time out, 23 tonight. Obviously Justin Anderson putting up 21, so it's not like he's gone away, but tell me a little bit about Jordan in his recent games.
Well, as we visited with the Century coach just before we started, he talked about Justin and Jalen shooting from the outside, and he tried very hard to take that away, which makes it, that plays into Jordan's abilities very well, so Jordan gets to have an opportunity to go one-on-one, and when he's going towards the rim, good things are going to happen for us most of the time, so it worked out great.
So how do you feel like this team's done through their first 5 games? Some of the opponents don't have the greatest record, but obviously that's completely out of your control, but how do you feel like this team's done in these first 5 games?
We're excited about it. We went out and tried to just go find 5A and 6A schools for us to play. Never know how that's going to work out. We played some good teams. I recognize their record hasn't necessarily reflected that, but the kids have played well together. The fun part has really been getting some road victories that played in some challenging places. The Woods Cross game, I think the best part about that was afterwards everybody was frustrated because they felt like we had an opportunity to get one and it slipped away from us. So they came in and worked hard in practice, and that's what you want to see. So when you go on the road and lose to a good team like Woods Cross and they come back in and are excited to get in the gym and just work that stuff out, you feel like you have something special going on.
So how do you feel like they grew from that, Woods Cross game? Because that's probably the toughest team you've played so far. They're still 4-0, 4-1 or something like that, and they're a 5A team. How do you feel like they've grown from that where they struggled offensively in that game, but they've come out well these last couple games?
We have done a much better job of moving the ball. I think we'd gotten a little relaxed on those first 2 games to 3 that we could get to the rim whenever we wanted. Woods Cross just plays better defense. We had to find a couple extra passes along the way to open things up against some better teams. And then defensively, they've just kept buying in. We keep talking about if we feel like we can find a bucket with the group of guys that we have, so we've got to find a way to stop people. And as we looked over film a little bit with Woods Cross, it was like we didn't play our best offensive game, but we also made some mistakes on defense that we can clean up, and their willingness to work on that and do it at a high level is just going to benefit them hopefully as we go along.
So you feel like you improved a ton defensively? Because the last 3 games you had like 62 and 60 and then like 57 in the last game even though you won. Today you allow only 47, which harkens back to those first couple games you have. Like, how do you feel the defense rebounded tonight?
Defensively, like you kind of mentioned, I thought Century's so physical that we weren't jamming them the way that we needed to, almost a little shy of doing that. And then once we had a little talk there and go back out, all that stuff's clicking. There's better ball pressure, and our rotation is good on the backside of it. At Maple Mountain the other night when we gave up, I guess, 57, I think.
Yeah.
Most of that, unfortunately, came kind of early on. We had a great start to it, and a couple of turnovers created some of those buckets, but they locked down in the second half and did some good things. So we're seeing it in spurts, and hopefully we'll get there to where we don't need to be perfect right now. We just need to keep getting better.
All right, sounds good. That'll do it for us here. We'll let Mitch Argyle go. Congrats on the win, and we'll do another break, and we'll finally do the Old Grist Mill bread and butter play of the game and all those other awards after this break here on KVNU.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
A beautiful career in the beauty industry. New Horizons Beauty College is happy to be helping you take a step forward in a new career and your new look. New Horizons Beauty College, moving forward with beauty. Now accepting new clients. Call 435-753-9779.
And we're back for the final segment of postgame. Just heard from head coach Mitch Argyle. Hearing from him his thoughts on today's game, their performance, how he felt they did, bouncing back from a loss to Woods Cross, having a couple back-to-back wins here. Finally getting a second home game. They played at home against Spanish Fork, but other than that, in their first 5 games, they played 4 road games. Well, 3 road games and a neutral site game. They played against Tooele at Vivint. Nice experience for them there. But finally, another home game and a 5th win. So the Grizzlies are 5-1 now on the season, with wins over Granger, Tooele, Spanish Fork, a loss to Woods Cross, a win against Maple Mountain, and now against Century here. The 68-47 win here tonight. Jordan Child leading the way in terms of points. He had 23, and so he's going to earn the McDonald's Player of the Game for this one. Reminder, McDonald's, you can work for McDonald's, you can let them work for you. They got flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, meals, other perks. So I almost called him Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Child, certainly fitting of Jordan Clarkson, with his 23 points tonight, which I believe is a season high. And obviously playing really well tonight is Century tried to shut down Justin Anderson, but didn't quite manage to do it. He came alive a bit in the second half. As I said, 21 points, right around his season average of 22. Now, Jordan Clark, see, I called him Jordan Clarkson again. Jordan Child, he was involved in 2 of his points came on what is going to be the Old Grist Mill bread and butter play of the game. Logan were in transition. Carson Tuft had the ball, driving up kind of from the left wing into the paint. And he had a couple of guys with him on. This is like a 3-on-2, maybe a 3-on-1. And Tuft throws a no-look pass across the key, finds Jordan Child. He lays it up and in. 2 easy points. And so that's going to be the Old Grist Mill bread and butter play of the game. That happened in the second quarter. That's about as much detail I can give to you. So Carson Tuft, no-look pass to Jordan Child for a layup in the second quarter. If you can remember that and give those details to Al Lewis tomorrow morning, or actually Monday. Today's Friday, so his next show will be Monday. call in, and you can have a chance to win some free bread. Now, the Made You Look play, the Great Basin Graphics Made You Look play of the game. A reminder, at Basin Graphics, clothing and business apparel will get you noticed. They can certainly provide that for you. Now, the Made You Look play of the game is a play that partially made me look, partially made me just completely surprised, where in the third quarter, actually fourth quarter, but in the fourth quarter, Court Larson had come in. He's one of the subs, kind of deep in the bench, one of those deep bench subs. He comes in, there's an inbound pass, and Century tries to get the ball in to Luke Pintaja. And Pintaja, excuse me. Maybe one of the laziest passes I've ever seen. Court Larson probably had a Made You Look moment where he's like, wait a minute, this pass is super easy to pick off. You could almost see it in real time, where he was like, oh yeah, I can pick off this pass. He does, and then his job wasn't done. He had to do a bit of a jump step through a couple of players and make the layup. So he got his 2 points of the game there, his only 2 points. That came actually in the third quarter is when it was, because that's when I marked him down to have those points, was the third quarter, based on what color pen I used. So that's the Made You Look play of the game, the Court Larson steal and layup there. And then the best part of the game, the Napa Auto Parts best part of the game. Reminder, Napa Auto Parts. You can count on Napa Auto Parts for the parts you need and the parts you use every day. I know I need to replace my headlights. I might just go to Napa, get myself some headlights. I need to get those fixed. So the best part of the game, defense. Just has to be defense. I know there's some offense. You score 68 points. You have two guys with 20-plus points. You have another guy with 11. Carson Tuft had 11. And, a couple of nifty assists. But really, one of the best parts of the game is defense. Logan scored 62 points in its last outing, but allowed 57. Today they score 68, but only allow 47. A bit of a half-court press there, some half-court trapping, and solid 2-3 zone. Just completely took Century out of their own offense so many times today, making them scramble, forcing them to the end of the shot clock and into desperation shots. And really, with that 2-3 zone, is great that they had that shot clock, because otherwise Century would have slowed this game down. So the fact they had that shot clock worked into Logan's favor as they were able to use that with their 2-3 zone. And then you have to take a shot at some point. And so Grizzlies were able to get the ball back after getting a stop, getting a rebound, score points down the other end. That leads you to the 68-47 win. So that'll do it here on KVNU and CashValleyDaily.com. I've been Jason Walker, broadcasting live from the Grizzly Den as the Logan Grizzlies defeat the Century Diamondbacks 68-47. That'll do it for me tonight. Have a good night, everybody.
This Logan Grizzlies broadcast has been a presentation of KVNU 610 AM and 102.1 FM and CashValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support from Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, Express Auto and Tire, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, Preston Watts Collision and Glass, Old Grist Mill, Les Olson Company, Cache Valley Auto Care, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, New Horizons Beauty College, DD Auto Salvage, and Cache Valley Daily. Catch the replay of tonight's game on CashValleyDaily.com.